guys, I'm so excited. So I just signed up for a 5K. I haven't ran a 5K since I was like 15 years old. But when I was 15 and I ran one, I took first in my age category. I ran it in 21 minutes. What day is it? We have 10 days to get ready. So naturally, I had to look up the results from last year. The person that took first place last year ran it in 19 minutes, 50 seconds. The first place female ran it in 22 minutes and 7 seconds. 6:24 pace. That's pretty fast. That's quick. That's fast. And then the first place female. (22:07). 7-minute pace. I think I could be in this range. Well, I'll probably be closer to this, honestly. Ooh, I don't know, actually. We'll see. I'm gonna run as fast as I can. I'm gonna try and place, okay? I'm gonna try and place. We gotta train.
Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind.
Starting with sustenance. Getting started right away with a speed run. Don't get me Don't get me wrong. This was a last minute decision, but I'm not starting from square one 10 days out from the 5K by any means. I'm just gonna try and switch my leg, all my muscle usage to a faster pace for a less amount of time. I've been focusing more on putting in a lot of miles every week, but they've been very easy, slower miles. Now I need to do a speed workout to remind these bad boys that they can go fast. So speed workout it is.
We sharpen the mind, we sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. From the tunnel to tip off, we dialed in, letting it rain like I'm Kristaps, a unicorn, something the league never seen. Like Kevin in Houston, the Rockets are ready for liftoff. Amen to the doubters and haters, we pissed off. I'm giving it more than I give off. Work my whole life to get better and stronger, was hurting, but that turned to something I live on for real. Y'all know the deal. Barbecue chicken when I'm in the field, when I'm on the court. It's more than a sport, I'm in for the kill and looking for souls I can steal. Breaking the rims, I feel like Shaquille. Diesel, I'm gassing, let God take the wheel. Buzzers get beaten from Brooklyn to Sweden, we overseas, always been chasing the thrill. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going
now for some deeper stretching.
From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind, we sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
This is my speed workout for the day, starting with a very comfortable 2 miles. My set is going to be 3 by 300 meters in 1 minute and 6 seconds at a 5:52 minute mile pace. And after each of those 300 meters, I'll do a 100 meter jog, and I'll do that whole thing 2 times totals. And once that's completed, I'll be doing a 1.5 mile, very easy cool down run. Sounds easy? It won't be. 2 miles done, now to the workout.
Some slash and
Set 1 done. Now I'm gonna walk 300 meters and do it again. Do it again.
calmly feel myself evolving. Conceivable, see myself as fairly reasonable. But at times I can be stubborn, so if I have to, I will rock the boat. You think that you'll know me good? You think that you'll know me? I always advance, say how I fail, you know I stand. God, what have you done? I'm just having fun.
My phone died, but I did finish the workout. So I'll see you tomorrow. It's the next morning. I normally don't like to do a nighttime run and then like a next morning run. I try to keep them like pretty 24 hours spread apart just for recovery purposes and like also getting bored during runs. But today we're going out of town, so I need to get it done before we leave. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it. We're going out of town with some friends. There's no way I'm going to go to a hotel gym and run for an hour when I could be hanging out with other adults. There's no way. So I'm gonna get out of the way now and gonna warm up. Today I'm gonna just run for an hour and hopefully hit 6 miles. Where we are so close to the race, I do just want to bump the intensity for a couple of days here so that then the last week to 5 days before the race, I can kind of taper down and take it really easy and rest my muscles so they'll feel super refreshed and rejuvenated and like they can run super fast. Okay, I actually really hate running on the treadmill. I do. It's boring. In a way, it feels harder because of how boring it is. Like there's no really scenery to look at or anything like that. I just much prefer an outside run, but I live in a country-ish area. You know, like people have animals and farms and all that. And people in the country don't like to keep their dogs confined. So I have been attacked by dogs multiple, like maybe 5 times since I've lived here on my runs and walks with my kids. This last spring, I kicked a German Shepherd in the face because it charged at me. And 8 miles into my run, I felt so weak and so scared. Like, I don't think anything has ever well, that's not true. One thing has traumatized me more than that. We're not going to talk about that today, but That was a really scary moment. I tried to run outside in the same area that happened, and I had a full-fledged panic attack in a stranger's front yard because I was so scared. The treadmill, as much as I don't like it, the treadmill is very necessary for me. I'm just not over all of that yet. So anyway, to help liven things up and keep it interesting, on my more comfortable runs, going at a pace that I'm pretty comfortable with, I do like to watch my shows, and really my shows are anime. I love watching anime when I run. Right now I am rewatching Hunter x Hunter, which is actually the first anime I ever watched, and it's so motivating seeing freaking Gon and Killua work so hard to get strong. And then I'm like, if Gon and Killua can work that hard, I can do this run. I can just power through and do this run. You know? If you've watched Hunter x Hunter, I'm at the Netero Meruem fight. So good. This is gonna be a good run. Try again. You just go away. Gonna run an hour. I'll keep you posted.
Display of power could never have been achieved without an incredible amount of time and effort on your part. And I recognize that.
1.
Checkmate me if you can, but I won't make it easy.
2, 3. It's been an hour, ran a little over 6 miles. My average pace was 9.5 minutes, and my cadence was 166, which is good because yesterday it was like 140. So Sunday I took the last 2 days off because I'm doing a 16-mile hike. I was supposed to go with my friend Adriana, but unfortunately she just did not feel prepared for this, so I'm gonna do it by myself. I am a little nervous, I'll be honest, but I think it'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. I feel prepared. I've done this before. I've checked the trail conditions. We're good. Yeah, I'll be honest, I do feel a little nervous to do this by myself. I've never done it by myself. I just really wanted to do this today, and everybody I had planned to go with or ever hike with bailed last second or couldn't go. So it is what it is. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is good for me. Oh, and we are hiking to Ben Lomond Peak. 1 mile. Not quite 2 miles yet. I just know I made the right decision to do this today. I feel so happy, overjoyed, lucky to be here. It's beautiful. The weather's perfect. I just met Emmett and Wyatt, the dogs. It's a good day. Look at this view. Gorgeous, insane. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. There's the parking lot. 2 miles, time for breakfast. Just about 3 miles in. There is a little snow. Trail is pretty muddy. Right here it's actually not that bad. Back there it was pretty muddy and slippery, but we're almost to my favorite part of the whole hike when it switches to like pine trees. I'll show you. Look at the trees here. They grow out and up. It's so cool. I've got tears in my eyes because I just feel so lucky to be here. It's beautiful.
The trails in my area get pretty packed, and sometimes I'm really tempted to selfishly be like annoyed when there are other like bikers, even hikers, you know, stuff like that. But like, then I think about it, I'm so glad people are outside enjoying this scenery. Sometimes I do get annoyed though. And we hit 3 miles. Wow, look at these. They are so vibrant. It is so muddy. I'm slipping all over the place. Four miles, halfway up. That is where we're going. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I can't. There she is. Oh. Look at all those bright orange berries. I'm so excited to walk through that. Beautiful, oh my gosh. Not me crying this whole hike. They are so freaking beautiful, I can't. Onward. It's getting muddy again. It's a dandelion. The last dandelion. I'm a little behind schedule, so I'm gonna jog for a little ways as much as I can where it's not slippery. Okay, gotta put you down. 6 miles, almost there. 7. I'm walking through this muddy stream. It's beautiful, it's fun. Snot is blowing out of my nose. I can't even control it. I couldn't even film anything up there, say anything, because it was so cold. So cold. I stayed up there for like 5 minutes, if that. And now I'm heading down. So pretty. Okay, I've made some quick progress jogging down, but yeah, I've covered a lot of ground. I'm at 10 and a half. A weak point I have in my running is I have weak hips. So I think hiking, like this summer, I wish I would have done a lot more hiking. Unfortunately, with the flip houses, that just wasn't really possible. There wasn't a whole lot of time to hike. But yeah, like this will build some glute strength, that's for sure. Look at all the trees leaning this way because of the wind. It is so windy up here. Man, nature is tough. Mile 11. My solution to stay mostly out of the mud, waddle. When the wind isn't blowing, it's just so still and silent. Oh my gosh, I love this. I'm so glad I decided to do this. 12 miles. 4 more to go. So I just rolled my ankle walking through that mud, and okay, this might sound crazy. I was like, I need to stop, but I powered through because there wasn't really anywhere to stop, and now my ankle feels pretty fine, but I rolled it pretty bad. Like, it was a loud pop. I could hear an audible pop. Nobody tell Ryan, because he told me I was going to get injured if I went by myself, but I'm fine, and I'm feeling like I can definitely feel it in my ankle. I have to be very mindful about, it was this one, be very mindful about where I step, but I'm through the worst of it. I'm through pretty much all of the slimy mud, the slippery mud. 3 miles left, and honestly, like, my ankle feels okay. I don't know if it's adrenaline, or I don't know if it's my mind playing tricks on me because there's nobody here to save me. But I feel decent. I feel decently fine. Ankle injuries aren't really new to me, and I have had instances in my collegiate soccer days where I would roll an ankle pretty bad, get it wrapped, and then keep playing the soccer game. So like this, I'm okay. Just felt I needed to update you. Yeah, I definitely have adrenaline though, because I was feeling a little bit sore, and now I'm not feeling sore at all. That whipped me back up into shape. Anyway, mile 13. A little under 3 left to go. It's not quite 16 miles. So, almost there. The fall leaves are just gorgeous. I'm so grateful to be here. I know I've said that a million times, but I'm just so grateful to be here, truly. Parking lot spotted. Wow! 14. A little less than 2 to go. Look at these fall leaves. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I'm gonna be so honest, I'm extremely ready to get off this mountain. 15 miles. So close. Holy shit, I made it. I made it. It's early morning Monday. I'm having a little Epsom salt hot bath soak. Feeling a little bit sore this morning from the hike, but honestly not as sore as I thought. I'm like kind of sore in weird places. Like for some reason, my back is a little sore and my shoulders are a little sore. And I'm like, where did that come from? I was fully expecting my butt cheeks to be way sore this morning. I did stretch a little last night. My parents came over and I painted my mom's nails because they're going out of town to Korea. I just didn't really have the impulse to pull out my phone and film my stretching routine, but all through the night and all this morning, all last night after the hike, I have been kind of doing like this kind of thing. Like really trying to flex and work out my ankle I rolled. It doesn't hurt, but I can definitely feel like it's pretty tight, a little bit swollen, and I can feel that I injured it yesterday. But fortunately, I don't think it feels like an ankle injury I'm going to have a hard time recovering from. I think in a couple of days it's going to be good. I think sometimes with ankle injuries in the past, I've had this bad habit of, oh, I hurt my ankle, let me like not move my ankle for a whole week. Let me just like sit for a whole week and not work my ankle through that motion. And then it's kind of stuck in that. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is strictly just like my own body, my own experience. But I do feel like sometimes for not as bad ankle injuries, like you gotta move it, you gotta work through it, you gotta stretch it to really heal and like get that blood flow down there. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'm totally making that up, but that's just what I feel like I need to be doing for my ankle right now. So all through the day, I'm going to be stretching it out and yeah, just try and get a full range of motion through my ankle. But yeah, I'm really excited for the 5K. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm really hoping I'll be able to run it in under 24 minutes. My ankle has me a little nervous, but I am still feeling pretty good, confident that I'm going to be able to run it. Yeah, I will keep you posted. Oh, I do have some blisties. Yeah, this one's bad. I'll show you. Big old blisty. I need to pop that and let it dry out. This is the ankle I rolled. It is a little bit bigger than this, but it's not bruised or anything. It's just a little swollen. Honestly, it feels pretty good. So I don't know where we're at. Oh, there's like grass in my tub, whatever, hair, ignore that. I took the last 2 days off and all I've done is I've really tried to flex and stretch the ankle. It actually feels a lot better. I think it looks a lot better too. It actually isn't swollen at all anymore, so I think we're gonna be good. But I think taking the last 2 days off was really good for me. I think I needed to give my body a little bit of a break, which I'm totally fine with. Just sometimes I don't always, like, it's a fine line for me sometimes between trying to stay consistent and knowing when to take a break. Like, it's okay to take breaks. I just can't be taking breaks every day. You know, like if I want to make gains, get stronger, faster, all those things, I need to make sure that I'm working out more days than I'm not. That's what I try to keep in my mind. I very rarely take 2 days off in a row like that, although I'm very glad I did this time because we are getting pretty close to the 5K. Some of you are probably like, oh, it's just a 5K. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? I'm excited to see where my speed is at, my race 5K capabilities are at compared, like now that my body has doubled in age since the first time I ran it. I was thinking about it. I was a really good runner. I've always kind of been a good runner. I always wished instead of playing soccer, I would have put my efforts into track. But I had some weird track experiences back in school that made me not want to do track anymore. Anyway, in the meantime, I will just be flexing my ankle, really trying to work through all the motions. I pigeonholed Ryan into signing up for a 5K with me.
I heard no lies.
Got our first stroller finishing in sub 9. Here we go. We can be 27. Here we go. Finish hard. 26:54. 26:55. Yeah, babe.
I did it. I did it! The race was this morning, but before I tell you about that, let me backpedal a little bit because this has been a very weird week. How I depicted my before a race week in this video is not really accurate. I have done a few races now, mostly half marathons. And this is not what a typical pre-race week looks like for me, not at all. I just think the fact that I rolled my ankle, as much as I wanted to follow my training plan, I guess, I think it was more important this week to really listen to my body. I think for me, that's sometimes a hard distinction to make because I'm very hard at over pushing myself. I think I'm a very driven person and I can push myself to feel uncomfortable in order to reach my goal, which is something I really like about myself. But there is also a point where I need to make the distinction between following my plan, overexerting my body to an excess, and also like listening to my body and giving it breaks when it needs. But then there's also a fine line there where I can't be doing that too much or excuses become easier, you know? So anyway, this week was just an instance where I really felt the urge to listen to my body, to not work out. I just kind of sat in the hot tub a lot, stretched, and that was it. Rested. I was better off for that. I think had I pushed myself all week, I wouldn't feel as good as I do right now. So that's why there's not a whole lot of footage from this week. Anyway, race day! I'm very happy to tell you how this all turned out. Nutrition-wise, I think I ate pretty well all week, but I will say the last 2 days, which are probably the most important days, I ate so poorly. I drank on Thursday night. Race was Saturday. I drank on Thursday night. And all of yesterday, I really didn't have any super sustaining food. I had like 2 pieces of sourdough bread and a bucket of buttery popcorn. Oh, and an extra large ginger ale, because Ryan and I went to go see Frankenstein last night. So I was also up late. Didn't sleep well last night. Anyway, okay, this morning, fortunately, Ryan's parents were willing to take the boys and have them spend the night so that Ryan and I could both go to that movie last night and also run our race this morning. So we didn't have to worry about them this morning, but we woke up at 6:20. We're in the car by 6:45 to the race, which started at 8:30. We had to pick up our packets. I got my race number and a t-shirt. We sat in the car with our seat warmers on for an hour. 24 minutes was my goal. So I made a playlist for 25 minutes so that I knew exactly what I was going to be listening to the whole time. And I would know where I was falling in my playlist. And obviously my watch told me the distance, but like know just by the song how far from the end I am. I will put all of the songs that were on my playlist here if you're interested. Yeah, 25-minute playlist. And hit the porta potties. A pre-race porta potty, extremely important. The closer you can get it to happen to the start of the race, the better. Especially for, not so much for a 5K, but yeah, it's just nice to not have to worry about shitting yourself on the side of the running trail along the way. Warmed up a little bit, mostly by like jumping and hopping and bouncing around, swinging my arms. I did a bunch of leg swings. But mostly just jumped around and bounced around and did the woohoo, this kind of thing. So to warm up for like 15 minutes before the race. I do wish I would have warmed up a little bit more because it was extremely cold out this morning. I only did that 15 minutes of warm up, and it honestly wasn't even until I was like halfway through the race that I think I was actually warmed up, because when they
blew the whistle to start the race and we all got going, I have never felt worse. Usually the beginning of a race is like actually my favorite part of the whole time, other than finishing and knowing that I'm done with it and don't have to worry about it anymore. I love the beginning because it's fun when there's just like a big crowd of people and you kind of have to like dodge and weave through them. However long it takes me to get through the crowd of people and like find my pack of people who are gonna be around my same pace, I think that part goes so fast. It's all a blur. I feel nothing that in that initial beginning point, but after that point of just survival mode at the start of a race, I realized when I found my mojo, my groove, I felt like shit. I knew I had trained enough that I could run comfortably at the pace I was running at, but for some reason it just felt so hard to keep my body going. And I think it's because I ate like crap yesterday. I had a big ball of popcorn sitting in my stomach. I could feel it. And also my muscles were cold. Like a little warmed up. It was an out and back race, so like a little over 1.5 miles there, a little over 1.5 miles back for the full race. So where I felt a little bit cold, I think it was feeling a little bit harder than it should have, and it was kind of made me panic a little bit. And as I was looking at my heart rate, it was like at 180. I think strictly was because I felt a little bit of stress about how my body felt. But like sometimes that's okay. It's okay to push hard sometimes. And that's why I love a race day, because I know I'm going to push really hard. And I think that's good every once in a while. The only really notable thing about the trail, other than it being out and back, I think, is that there was a big hill towards the end, and they did not, when I registered Ryan and I looked at the course map and it said it was a flat course. It was not, well, it was mostly a flat course, but there was just this one big hill that went over the freeway. That part kind of sucked, I'll be honest. I do a lot of hill training, so it was okay, but when I saw that damn hill, I was like, oh, nope, I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna walk. Unfortunately, I'm a little too determined to just give up like that, so I didn't end up walking, which is fine. On the way back, going up that hill, I actually passed Ryan. We took out our headphones as we passed each other. He was on the left, I was on the right. We were both running. He was like, put some pep in your step. You're the first female. So yeah, even though I was like going up that hill, that made me really excited. Pop the headphone did. Back in my groove. I think at this point I was listening to the Attack on Titan song. Yeah, it hit just right, because I found my stride. I think that's when I finally like actually warmed up. The stress kind of melted away. My heart rate felt a little more comfortable. Since I was the first female, I kind of let myself lay off a little bit. I was like, okay, I can keep up this pace. I can actually go a little bit slower than this pace so that I can give a really good, strong last push at the end. And through this whole race, there was this like 6 foot tall dude I was kind of running behind. Like I wasn't like right up behind him, kind of running the same pace the entire time. At this point, I was like, okay, I'm gonna slow down a teeny bit. I'm gonna give a little bit of distance to this guy so that toward the end I can like hopefully like really swing the arms a little extra strong and go faster, like have a really strong last push, which I think is something I've struggled with my half marathons in the past. I haven't ever like left that reserve within myself to be able to push harder at the end and go faster at the end. Anyway, then I started running past all these parents who were running, literally pushing strollers of their children. A lot of them were females. So like, hell yeah, mothers. So I had to do like this thing to them every time I ran past one. And I think just the action of acknowledging those people along the way kind of helped me zone out and forget what I was doing. So then instead of slowing down like I had planned, like I was thinking to, I kind of got like secondhand energy from being like solidarity, mommy solidarity. And I kept my pace. And in fact, I ended up running past that guy with like half a mile left. I was gonna wait until the last straightaway to try to get around him. No, a half a mile left, picked up my pace, passed the dude, got faster and faster at the end. I did a little sprint. It was like one of these things, doot, doot, doot. And this little part was it was pretty short, but I did a little sprint at the end there. And guess what? Because I had my headphones in, I wasn't hearing what the announcer was saying, but there was like a little pause in my song and I heard, she's coming for first female coming for a sub 22. That's around a 7:05 minute mile pace. Yeah. So then I was like, oh shit, I need to make it sub 22 if I'm that close. I don't have my glasses on. I couldn't see the timer, but Hauled ass when I heard him say that, and I ended up making it at 21:53. So I ran a sub 22. I felt really tired. Yeah, I had to pull one of these and walk a lap because I was pretty tired, but oh, it felt so good. I did it. And then Ryan finished a few minutes after me, took the first place female. So I got to stand on the little thing and hold the little thing that said first, which I've never gotten to do that at a race before. I've come so close. I've come in like 4th. This was my first time getting to do that, and also my first 5K. So that felt really good. I feel very happy with how it all went. So I do have plans for a few half marathons, one in January, April, and May. So I'm going to be riding this 5K high through the winter to keep me motivated so that hopefully I can place in that next race. And that's the thing I love about races. I know some people are like, oh, you can run for free. Why spend the money? It is competition. For someone who was a former collegiate athlete, I played sports and had competition in my life every single day for so long. I think now I kind of have a hard time staying motivated in my fitness if I don't have a goal I'm working toward, like a competitive goal I'm working toward. And the competition isn't even necessarily against other people, although like, yeah, it feels good to place and, you know, run it really fast. It's more competition with me to see if I can outdo myself last time. And I love that. I love having a gauge to get like official times that I can look back on and compare, you know what I'm saying, year after year. So that's been really fun. That is something that keeps me active. I love that I can talk to people who have the same running passion that I do, or like fitness passion that I do, or even not even that, just like the fact that we all did something so stupid and paid this money, got on a damn bus to drive to the start of the race line, froze our asses off. It's fun to be around other people who made that decision, who made the same kind of like dumb, pointless, fun decision. And before I end this video, I would just like to say that this race is dedicated to those boys in high school who, when I told them that over the weekend I ran a 5K with my family and I ran it in 21 minutes, they didn't believe me. They made fun of me because they thought I was lying and making it up to make myself seem better than I was. And they said, well, if that's the case, you should be an Olympic runner because that's an elite time. Joke's on you. I'm 31 now and I just ran it in 21 minutes. Losers. And no, it's not an elite time, but it shows that I'm dedicated. I really pushed my body and my mind and did my best. So yeah, it paid off. It feels good. So thank you so much for joining me in this. I hope that this was fun to watch. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, and I brought it down here to show you, but you get, if you finish a race, you get a medal, and Ryan and I have collected a few medals, and I know it's like, that is so wasteful, like kind of stupid. No, like we hang these, like we are going to hang all these on the wall because each one is an accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little reminder of what my body is capable of. And I love that. I love having a little reminder like that.